bones. I can't trust you, I can't really trust. I can't trust you, I can't really trust. Oh, shit, fuck. And yeah, living up and don't look like I'm selling fucking. Only nigga want it running with the best love. I see niggas chasing friends into the telly. I see niggas go to prison getting jealous of. I see niggas go to shooters and they jealous. I see niggas get religious when the hell was coming. I had to trust them, plus sometimes I end up scared of pulling. With a couple leads now. Trap house got too hot and now I'm jumping out my friend's house. Had to break the lease now. And I'm playing a little nigga just to watch out for police. Cause it look like a fall in my kitchen. It look like I'm cooking with them sauce in my kitchen. I'm water whipping with the flour in my kitchen. My nigga trading back for the real niggas. Women on the step and put the trap out. People call you bitches and the trap out. I can't trust you, I can't really trust. I can't trust you, I can't really trust. And I'm in a bit like Tory stack out. I might fall in love with my trap house. I can't trust you, I can't really trust. I can't trust you, I can't really trust. When my grandma kicked me out the house, I said, fuck it, dog, I'm about to bounce. I said, fuck it, dog, I got some men. I said, fuck it, started hustling and got it since. My nigga Shadow, he could win that level. I know some scammers that could win that level. Gotta ask them how we pull up in the level. Shot them out and drink that baby name camel. Fashion bitch, I'm in the ladies. I put up with bad bitches in that baby fragrance. I might fucking touch a bitch, I got the thing to bite her. I might make a movie with her like a bag of wings. I might whip a foe in my kitchen. It look like a nigga selling hoes in my kitchen. I'm whipping my wrist and feel cold in the kitchen. And I'm flipping and give away the girls in the kitchen. Whipping all this dope up in the trap house. We gon' call you bitches at the trap house. I can't trust you, I can't give you really trust. I can't trust you, I can't give you really trust. And I'm in a bit like Tory stack out. I might fall in love with my trap house. I can't trust you, I can't give you really trust. I can't trust you, I can't give you really trust. Alright, let me put this banger to sleep real quick. My God. Slow down the lights for anyone that's got issues with ellipse lights and all that. Just a quick disclaimer. I know it's too late for this, but future notice. When I do be playing bangers in here, lights will go berserks. So keep in mind and have common sense. If you're not feeling comfortable watching it, I say skip probably the whole length of the song until we get to the end. I'll have everything kind of chill. But anyways, real addresses. I don't know what to tell you. Is it too low on the list? Honestly, I can see arguments going both ways. But I think as you see how I got each song categorized going ahead, you'll see why I have it ranked so low.
And like I said, it's too much of a good problem when you have so many different types of songs that hits different types of ways and vibes. You get a joint like this buried all the way at the bottom tier of my top TRENTA list. It's crazy. I mean, I started off with Priceless, then went to Gold, and now I'm on Real Addresses. Crazy. But I could not, for the love, for the love of just ultimate bangers, leave this track out of the list. You know, um, what Play Picasso did on this beat was just vintage, signature. This is what you had to expect when you hear anything with a Fargo flair to it. If anything that was on New Toronto, basically, this is what you expecting. You know what? How could you go wrong with making 15 types of songs, 15 different types of tracks that hit hard like this? He did it, darn near got close to it with the first one. I'm talking about the New Toronto series. Shoot was an absolute banger, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. It was an absolute banger. And New Toronto too. I mean, just when you got a look of the artwork, you're like, already that shit's iconic. Absolutely. I think probably the best album artwork TORY has ever chose for his for like any of his records, really. And that's probably going against the iconic Lost Cause cover, and in my opinion, really one of the smoothest. I mean, I probably would say right darn near right there with New Toronto 2 is Chick Tape 2 for really the two best covers you will see, like, as in terms of artwork, man. It's just, you can't beat that. You got the Yankees cap, you got the smoke coming out covering your face, you know what I mean? Black and gray visuals, and if you look closely, it's like it's distorted. You kind of see like those loophole rings, like when you see when you be popping pills or whatever, and you see like that visual effects. We see ring holes over ring holes. You actually see different saturations of gray going in. Take a closer look. I'm telling y'all, like, this dude was definitely onto something else with that. And I listen to New Toronto too. I'm like, damn, that shit's a banger. Which it kind of does bug me a bit that this song was considered a Fargo Friday release and was not added on to a record that could have just made it an absolute, classic, like a shoe-in classic. I feel like New Toronto 1. I think that's where this song came out, and it was the closest record it was to when it came to time release. Absolutely, but maybe kind of wanted to keep it exclusively, for the Umbrella folks, and his record not have DJ Drama kind of like add his tag onto it, which I could understand. But man, it was just a weird time to drop this song because it was just right there in the middle. And I'm like, this needed to be on a record or somewhere. Even if he wasn't really trying hard, it still was just an absolute, like I said, from production via Play Picasso, where it was just phenomenal. I mean, to TORY just performing crazy. If you're talking about hearing Diego going on some Super Saiyan 2 level type of shit, that's basically Real Addresses right there. But like I said, this is just something I expect. Like, people be wondering why I don't really fuck with New Toronto 3, because I didn't get this type of vibe. Track after track after track after track. I didn't get that consistent vibe. When it comes to TORY, either he, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to expect consistency from him. And you know what? He's kind of been like that on his records. I'm going to be real with you. But I feel like you're either going to get great consistency, like how you've had with his past work, or in the current Trendy Lames era, you're going to have consistency in trend writing. And it's just like, dog, you need to get off that train and get back to your own organic sounds like this right here. It's just, it hits hard, it hits unique, and you just feel it. Like, to me, all the other shit he's making now just feels synthetic. People might say, oh, it's hot, whatever, because it's trendy. Yeah. So, obviously it's gonna be like, yeah, it's like everything else. It's gonna feel that. But to me, it's generic, and it's gonna only have short-term limited success. That means it's gonna have an expiration date pretty soon. And fools that are still busy trying to hop on the trends right now, like, I mean, it's blasphemous that people want to make these type of joints and stick with that type of, that type of melodies, and not melodies, but like, like the typical 808 kick and the clap. Like, y'all really overkilling that shit to the point where I don't even want to hear any beat that sounds similar to that. I can't. So, but to me, this is where like Tory's really at his home. If he's gonna come in with something hard, y'all motherfuckers want to hype up that young niggas track, which is garbage. I'm sorry, but you know what I mean. The 808 doesn't even hit. It hits like a puny little kid. I mean, a lot of y'all that hype that shit, honestly, y'all must be working at Simps R Us or something like that if you're toying with those type of joints. I mean, I'm not fucking with that. You know what I mean? So I'm on some real grown man shit, and that's what this track does. It just hits hard. The 808, the opera sounds. I mean, God, man, when play Picasso samples and opera sound, forget it. It's a game over. But anyways, that's enough of me. Real addresses, it served its purpose to me. It's just another classic Fargo banger that you're gonna get from this dude, and I believe there's more to come once he kind of shakes and rattles out all this toxins that's in his musical soul, just based of how much and how long he's been dipping in the trends and the trend pool. A lot of OG fans, from what I'm seeing, like a lot of his OG fans that be talking to me, they feel like they're very pessimistic about him making a return to being his full and 100 self. But I think all Tory has to do really is cut off the bullshit. You know what I mean? Cut off the bad fat that he's got around him, whether in terms of people, you know what I mean, in terms of like musical influence and everything like that, even like who he's working with. Just get back to the basics. Sometimes you got to take 10, 20 steps backwards so that way you could propel yourself and plunge yourself 1,000 steps ahead. It really happens like that, because once the main pillar support breaks, that foundation is going to crumble. And Tory's that main pillar that you got to, like, even if you feel like you're destroyed, you still can build that back up. You know what I mean? You just got to keep working at building it long and strong so that way it will last forever. And that's what I'm saying. It's like people don't get it. They talk about versatility like he could do everything. No. That's not what this is about. They got misconstrued what trend following is compared to versatility. Versatility is on a whole nother level. We're talking about like things that he was already accomplishing before this shit happened. All right. And when I refer to the past, I'm just talking about the things that he was doing right, that he can make right again going into the future. And if you're talking about catering and all this shit, you don't understand. This dude was making so much songs that honestly, like, he catered to everybody. It was basically world music. And now it's too simping to really get that simp music to cater to you. So the ones that be talking like that, I know you just mad because what I speak is the truth, and you just want Tory to keep simping himself for your sake and really hold him back from being at his full potential. Y'all just fucking around with that bullshit. Simple as that. And you can't tell me otherwise, But we'll see. I'll see y'all in when I do number 27, which honestly, since it's so late and I'm dropping this video really into the next day, I might actually just gift y'all that and just do 27 next to follow up after this. So, all right, y'all got the list. So far, let me know what y'all think. It's not easy doing this list, but I gotta stick with it and go forward because I promised y'all too long that I was gonna drop this, and yeah, it's finally here. But I'm at the 50-minute mark. See y'all.